on the different types of family that you have, the nuclear one, nuclear two, and the extended family. The extended family mostly for it, okay, I would say. We either stay with our parents or our great sibling and their own families. And their cousins, they live together in the same house or under the same roof. And I mean, we can understand where this woman is coming from on the issue, to be prayed upon. When you are actually living in that kind of setup, it's very difficult for you to make your own decision because it's,
nothing is yours.
Yes, because everything belongs to everybody, and it's on the shared basis. So you cannot make decision whatever you want to implement for your family. It doesn't really work because you're all staying in the same house. Because the very children that you're trying to teach or discipline, they can see the laxity in others. So, and I understand where she's coming from. Looking forward or desiring to have a place of their own, so they can implement their own discipline and look after their own family. So their teaching and everything goes down to their children. When you're actually living together in an extended family, I believe it's very difficult.
There will be no discipline. So this kind of issue, we just have to pray and continue. They must have a time out as husband and wife, like walking or doing an exercise. It's the time for them to go. Because they can't leave the house. So we're just praying for their house to have their own. But in the meantime, if it takes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, in the meantime, they have to work on their relationship.
To make it work,
To make it work.
And I believe by faith, like if you're one of the women that are going through what she's sharing with us today, either or, because you can be the husband or the husband's family, or you can be the wife and the husband's family. So whatever situation that you are in, never give up. Continue to write your list and continue to have faith in God, because when you have a good intention and for the purpose that you want, to move out into, it's not that you don't like your in-laws, it's not that you don't like the current setup. You just felt in your heart that it can be better for your family to be on their own. And I believe, like for most families, sometimes we begin to think, okay, I know who's going to be paying for the rent, or who's going to be buying the food. And I believe sometimes it's good just to step out in faith, and then walking straight with God and believing in God. It only also, apart from finding a place to stay in, it increases your bonding and bring you people together, and also allow you to go to another level of faith, because it becomes your responsibility, because it becomes one family. Before you were staying together, whoever brings the food in, everybody can share. It's like everybody putting in to make it work. And now, when we step out in faith for a place on our own, then it takes more faith to make it happen and to keep it going. So those are the things that you need to write down. Never, take it out of your mind, like what this lady is sharing with us today. Try to write it down and project that as one, either your short-term or either your long-term list, and have faith that God can do that for you.
Hallelujah.
Because His timing is great, and when He does it, it's so fulfilling. So don't ever lose hope. But if you're still in the current situation you're in, and you're living in an extended family setup, try and enjoy it as much. Try and embrace it. Work around it. Like what Gosselin was saying, either you plan your early morning walk, or in the night when everybody's off to sleep, find your own time together, or try and get your children, tell your children, okay, there's a lot of us, and I know that we have the whole extended family devotion at this time. We will have our meeting at this time. Create your little meeting, pocket meetings with your own family. So at one stage in time, they can hear directly from you, and they know that they're hearing their parents. So you can still work around the situation that you are in before you step out in faith, for the request that you've sent in today. We'll ask Gosselin to read the next one.
Last one is time and again we had this fight and arguments between us as a couple.
Amen.
Due to differences of our past. Our life as a couple really challenged due to unforgiving spirit. This is very genuine. I believe that it's common we've been addressing it.
Yeah.
The forgiveness is something that God